What's this mean for you? I mean, 36 years, Kendall. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
amazing.
it's great to see everybody to continue to come out and support the outing. We all do this for a great cause, and helping children that have been dealt a bad hand in life. And every year we come back, and it's become a tradition in the middle of July in Champaign that the outing is going to be in the middle of the month. So, and shout out to the staff here at Cunningham. Shout out to all of the people that continue to sponsor the outing. And I'm wondering how long we can keep this going. You know what I mean? I mean, because it's 36 years, but you don't see any fizzle out. I mean, it's always packed. We always feel the force, and so I'm just glad that everybody continues to support it.
What do you remember about the first one?
The first one, I did not know how to play golf, and also it was so hot. The very first one, it was. I mean, today we got great weather, but honestly, when we had the first one, I believe it was almost 100 degrees out. So it was tough to get through. But hey, we've had 35 other years that we've had great weather.
Did you imagine you'd be still doing it at
No,
that point?
no, I didn't imagine that I'd be still coming down and 36 years later for. I thought that all the people would have forgotten me by now, but they continue to come back, and now my family's involved in it. Of course, Lou Henson and Mary Henson have joined the outing in the Cunningham Children's Home when Coach Henson was alive, and Mrs. Henson, who's here today, continues to come out and support. So, it's almost like a family affair out here.
What's it like for you? It was part of a wave of Illini players to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like to see that come back?
It's great because now we get talked about as a destination for top level players all around the country. Because we went through a period of time after 2005 where we weren't getting NBA caliber players. Our program was not considered one of the top programs in the country, but now it is. When you can get players like Andres Stojakovic, Bill Riley, Kasper Jagachonis, Terrence Shannon Jr. to come to your program, Ayo Dosunmu, which are top-level NBA guys, that lets you know right there that your program is one of the tops in the country.
What'd you think of KJ and Will going back-to-back and their landing spots?
I expected them to go, especially KJ. I expected KJ to go anywhere from 10 to 14. I think that the Miami Heat got a great bargain at 20. Because KJ was projected almost at the beginning of the season to be top 5 pick. And he went through some rough spots at the end of the season last year. However, you can't deny he's 6'6". You can't deny that he's a big, strong kid. You can't deny that he plays the point guard position. And that bodes well for him in his NBA career. And then he's going to the Miami Heat, a great organization. I played in an organization for 1 year. And I'm going to tell you, they are going to develop KJ. And I can't wait to see him in year 2 or 3 when he lines up alongside Tyler Hero playing the off-guard position and Bam Adebayo, and running pick and rolls with those guys. And I know his shot will improve. A lot of people talk about, he's turnover prone. Well, he's just 18, 19 years old, so that is going to happen. He just got used to the American style of playing basketball. Now he's here for year 2. I can't wait to see him in year 3 when he's really adjusted to what the NBA is like and to what American basketball is all about.
What'd you think of TJ making an impact in the playoffs and his future with them losing Alexander Walker?
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. He had an opportunity to play in the G League, so he got some experience. He had an opportunity to play in the top level in the playoffs, where he did a fabulous job. And I think in year 2, you're going to see him absolutely explode because he had to pay his dues first. Okay? He had to pay his dues his first year, and now that he goes into year 2, and he's already doing it. He had a great play in the summer league the other day where he took it coast to coast. That's typical of Terrence Shannon Jr. But I expect him to be in Minnesota's rotation this year. Who knows? Maybe he averages double figures.
What do you think is next for Io?
I'm hoping Io stays in Chicago, but Io is a great player in this league, and a lot of teams have interest in Io. I've heard that he's had a lot of interest, garnered a lot of interest from the Los Angeles Lakers, Phoenix Suns, the New York Knicks, the Orlando Magic. All want a guy like Io to be in their rotation. So, the Bulls have a glut at the point guard position, where Io plays. So, if the Bulls traded Io, I wouldn't be surprised because of the logjam that they have at that position. But I would trade somebody else. I wouldn't trade Io, okay? Because he's 6'5", he brings defense, he brings offense, he improves every year. He's got a high basketball IQ, and he's one of our own.
Yeah.
So, hopefully the Bulls front office considers all the things that I just told you.
Who do you think is next in that pipeline? Is it Andre? Is it Tommy? Is it?
I think it's Andre. I had an opportunity to have dinner with Andre when he was at Stanford. My son, of course, visited Stanford on his recruiting visit, and we had an opportunity to sit down with Andre. I watched him practice. I watched him play last year at Cal. I think he's a pro. Whether that be this year or the following year, that remains to be seen. But in my opinion, Andre is the best player that they've had here in the last 2 or 3 years, aside from Shannon. He just has all the intangibles. He can handle the basketball. He's 6'7". He's an above average athlete, even though you don't see it. He can shoot the basketball. I wouldn't be surprised if he's all Big Ten this year.
I'm curious, we were talking just casually about all the changes in college basketball. Are there times where it almost feels like Phoenix is now getting a different world?
He's totally in a different world now. When he called me and told me how much he was getting in his NIL, I said, yeah, you're in a different world, and now also, and we just got done talking about this off camera, it's a carousel now. College basketball, you have to recruit your own players year after year, as well as other players in the portal, as well as recruit high school players. So it's a much tougher business now. I'm glad the players are getting paid, which I wish that was around when I was in school, but I'd like to see some rules in place, like you can only transfer once or twice, not every year, because like I saw the kid Boogie Flam, who was at Arkansas last year. Now he's out at Florida. I'd like to see kids stay in one place, work their situations out despite the money. And I know it's a big money thing now, but I liked when I was playing basketball where you could follow a kid 3 or 4 years. And you grew up watching that kid. So hopefully that can be put in place.
You're kind of the epitome of that, the development, right? Like
development. Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think you would have handled it nowadays?
I would have stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have stayed. My father brought me up not to run from any situation, because wherever you go, there you are. Okay. And yes, I know the money is big and this and that, but if I were in this situation and I had an opportunity to make more money, I go back to my school and say, listen, can you come close to this deal?
Right.
If you can, I won't leave. I don't want to leave. But just come close to it. It doesn't have to be at it, but just come close to it and I'll show my loyalty. And I think that's what college basketball has to get to, as well as the players.